mention, maybe you did, I missed, originally from India?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Okay, this is going to take a minute as I try to explain this.
No, go ahead, I'm with you. I'm a previous co-sponsor of the bill myself.
But I want
We're together on this one.
I want to work this through. I want you to understand where I come from in this. My mother was an immigrant to this country. Her naturalization certificate is behind my desk in my office for everyone to see. I believe in immigration. I believe in diversity in this country. There are those who disagree with my position and want to limit immigration into this country. I am not one of those. I believe that we should have more legal immigration in America based on three things. Family unification. If you're here and you want your mother and father to come join you, you ought to be given that chance. They shouldn't die in some land that you cannot visit. They should come here. Secondly, the needs of our economy. This gentleman, whom I don't know personally, is clearly a very talented and skilled individual. I want you to stay.
I don't want him in India starting a company to compete against American companies.
I want you to be here.
Exactly.
Okay? And the third thing is humanitarian. Family, economy, humanitarian. What am I talking about? Refugees, asylees. We have historically, since World War II, been leading the world in accepting refugees and asylees. Not with this president. He has stopped it. But we should have those three categories of legal immigration. So when a time came, and it was 7 or 8 years ago, we sat down and wrote the Comprehensive Immigration Reform Bill. John McCain, myself, Chuck Schumer, Lindsey Graham, Marco Rubio, Bob Menendez, Michael Bennett, 8 of us sat down, and I missed Flake, who from Arizona. The 8 of us wrote a bill. And what we said in that bill was, we would eliminate the backlog that you're in. Eliminate it. We would bring you into this country. I not only helped to write that provision, I voted for it, and it passed on the floor. This is before Senator Duckworth came over to the Senate. But the Republicans refused to take it up in the House. Now let's go to the specific bill that you're talking about. And I will tell you my concerns with it. Many of you are very good at math, better than I am. But I will just tell you the way I see it and how I think we can address this. Currently, we allow 140,000 employment-based green cards in this country each year, 140,000. Why we have that number, I can't tell you, but that is the established statutory number. We also have a provision that those who apply for that green card are limited, that no country can receive more than 7.5% of those visas each year. Somebody help me with the math, but it's somewhere around 10,000 would be from maximum from a country. So when you do the calculation and say 10%, 10,000 rather, out of 140,000 is the maximum for India each year, the obvious question is how many people have now applied for green cards from India? Do you know? It's 560,000. 560,000. So when you do the calculation, 10,000 a year, you're right. It's 50 years, it's 100 years, it makes no sense whatsoever. So the bill says that we're going to give priority to those who have been in line first, and it meant that most of the priority is going to go to those from India at the expense of every other country. As long as we keep the 140,000 cap, when we give to any one country more than this 7.5%, it's at the expense of any other country. So naturally, the Indian population in America likes the bill because they've got more people who will come through the line, while others will be held back. So I'm hearing from other countries, African countries, Asian countries, and others, this isn't fair to give all the green cards to India.
Yes.
This is not about, we can't pick one group of people against another. We need comprehensive immigration reform.
We need it. And here's my approach to this. My approach, expand the number of green cards. Why we cap it at 140,000 makes no sense whatsoever. We said in the immigration bill, for example, if you receive an advanced STEM degree and you have a job offer, you automatically get a green card. That was in our bill. I believe that. Why would we bring you to this country, to the best universities in the world, give you the best education in the world, and then tell you to go home if you want to stay, and you can get a job? So I'm for expanding legal immigration, expanding the 140,000 number. I have a plan that will satisfy all of the existing applicants out there for green cards in 7 years, not 10, 20, or a lifetime. But I don't think we should be pitting one against another. We have to have everybody in this together. Now, the problem we have is that the president is not for expanding legal immigration. And the people like Tom Cotton, who is a co-sponsor of this bill, is against expanding legal immigration. And if you don't expand it, then you're going to have this rivalry and competition and tension which we currently have. So you couldn't find, I think Tammy will back me up, you couldn't find another senator who's been more pro-immigration than I have been. I introduced the DREAM Act. I have been fighting for this for 18 years. This is in my heart. 790,000 DACA, people, some of you may be in DACA too. Their lives are hanging on the balance because the president eliminated the DACA program. So I think there's a way to solve this. I went to Senator Lee, who is offering the bill in the Senate, and I said, if you will agree with me to expand legal immigration, expand the number of green cards, we can solve this problem. He says, I don't think we can get that done. I said, we can get that done if you will do it. If you as a conservative Republican will join me, we can do it. And that's what I'm going to offer to him. Okay? Tammy, if you want to see it.
Well, I agree with this. I agree with Dick, and I want to just sort of come at this also from an economic angle. And in addition to the humanitarian angle of we, as a nation, are a nation of immigrants, unless you are, of course, a member of the First Nations, Native Americans. We are all immigrants. My father's family came here before the Revolution. But my mom, when I was 15, my mom, who was the wife and was an American citizen, and the mother to 2 American citizens, could not come when we moved from Thailand back to the States because she did not have a green card. So I was here without my mother when I was a teenager. My brother was preteen. So I get it, because we went, my own family went through this. That said, if we had comprehensive immigration reform, economists tell us it will inject approximately $1 trillion into our economy over a 10-year period. So comprehensive immigration reform is actually good for our economy. It's good for the nation, and it's long past time that we passed it. And I sat in the House for 4 years begging for the opportunity to vote on the comprehensive immigration reform bill that you passed in the Senate. And Speaker Ryan would not bring it up for a vote. We begged him, please let us vote on it. If he would let us vote on it, it would pass. He would not let us vote on it.